Evgeny Dadonov, who the Habs just acquired by trading the captain Shea Weber. I expected that cap dump to be Shea Weber with the second round pick or a third round pick to like the Arizona Coyotes for a 7th round pick. Just like money goes away, we don't get anything in return, and that's it. We are obligated to give a draft pick to get rid of him. But no, Kent Hughes came out of nowhere, trading Shea Weber, who can't play at all, to the Vegas Golden Knights, and getting a guy that actually could perform really well. Like, Evgeny Dadonov only has 1 year left on his contract, and last season he scored 20 goals and got 20 assists for 40 points, which isn't that bad. It isn't bad at all to score 20 goals in the NHL. There's not a lot of players that can do that, and to get 40 points either. So, to get rid of Weber, and then getting a guy like Dadonov that can perform, that can get points, that can like do really well in the NHL. He only has 1 year left on his contract. If he does well, like he's used to do, like the Canadiens could go on ahead and trade him at the deadline. He got traded at the deadline last year. They got draft picks, but he refused the trade because he had a non-trade clause. He didn't want to go to Anaheim, and if they were able to trade him back at the deadline last year, I'm sure that the Canadiens will be able to trade him at the deadline this year with 50% of the cap space retained. I'm sure that a contenders will want to get Dadonov on the third line, or even to put him on the second power play. He has a huge shot. He has hands, and he has pure talent. You always don't have enough of those type of players when you play in the playoffs. So with 50% of cap space retained, I'm sure that if he does well, he can put up the stats like he did last season. I'm sure that the Canadiens could get a decent return out of Evgeny Dadonov at the trade deadline. So if the Canadiens were able to turn on Shea Weber, an injured Shea Weber with one of the worst contracts in the NHL, into Evgeny Dadonov, and if they can turn Evgeny Dadonov into a prospect or some draft picks, it will be a W. And that's why I think that Dadonov's a pretty underrated pickup. I haven't seen a lot of people talking about how good this trade is. Like, we haven't saved much on the cap by doing so, but like, come on. We got a player that can put up points. He can surround the young players, and we can get a lot more than we gave for him when we can trade him at the trade deadline. So it's really good. I think that's an underrated pickup. Big W by Kent Hughes, in my opinion. If we can get draft picks and a prospect and even an active player, you never know what you can get at the trade deadline, because some teams are overpaying a lot to get to the Stanley Cup. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's been your boy Tropicalnhl, and I'll see you guys at 5 for another video. Bye bye.